Yes, yes, and we back. One time, 1 2 check, mic 1 2, and we back. About to talk about these heavyweights, all the latest, all the greatest, live stream style. Johnny on the spot. You know how we do. First, gang gang, gang or don't bang. You already know what it is, man. It's the Kid Ego. I got my energy drink, but I ain't testing positive. It's just an energy drink. Okay, we working. Young credentials in the motherfucking building. Ducking Dillian, you sound crazy. You just trolling. Yes, yes. I'm about to Millie rock on y'all, man. We about to Millie rock. I'm gonna simmer down, wait for a couple more people to join. Young credentials. We still on top of things. We just hit our numbers, 100,000. Easy work. It wasn't easy, but with the fans' work, it was kind of easy. You know what I mean? Because the real boxing fans held it down. We up in here. Y'all want to hurry up and get this roll call out of the way so we can see what Deontay Wilder had to say? See? I'll just be rhyming on accident. Somebody do the roll call. Say when. Say when. Let me know when y'all want to do this roll call. Bow, roll call. We already here. Let me know where you from. City, state, zip. Bang where you from. We have the Netherlands in here. Bradenton, D.C., Boston, Elkhart, Indiana, Reno, Nevada, Pueblo, Colorado, Cincinnati, stand up, D.C., Riverside, Texas, Pittsburgh, the BX, the Bronx, Anaheim, Newark, New York City, Auckland, New Zealand, 305, Miami, St. Pete, Chicago, Philly, Brooklyn, Baton Rouge, London. See, we well represented. Connecticut, Chicago, Tucson, Dallas, 719, Murder Work, Texas, Utah, El Paso, 916, Sacramento, London, 619, Ipswich, UK, Long Beach, LBC shit, Detroit, 773, H-Town, stand up. Juarez, Mexico, got it cracking with the super chat. I tell y'all, them yellow and them orange ones, I like those. Shout out to Victor Trejo, $10 super chat. We working, man. We doing this work, man. Milwaukee. We'll do another roll call, but I want to get into the proceedings this evening. Oh yeah, before we get started, since we got the super chat kicked off, I listen to the fans. The fans run the channel, man. We hit our numbers 100K. Bow. If you go to the About Me section, these are all the ways you can support the channel. But you guys see this newest one, Venmo. I never even used Venmo, but a lot of people were telling me about it, and they were saying it's official. So you can also send donations if you wish. I'll probably make this a form of payment along with PayPal with the hats. But you click on the Venmo link, boom, you see the kid, Boxingego. We just opened the account. We got Venmo. So we working, man. That's how to find it. You could type in Boxingego. You could type in my email, which is always posted on my page. You can click on the link. Man, we got ways. We got ways to do this, man. We a business now, man. We've been a business, but it's official. Junior John's back in it. $10 super chat. We doing this money dance. You already know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is. See, another way is Venmo. Send money Venmo. The link's there. So Junior John's been holding it down since yesterday, man. So much love to Junior Johns. He just did another super chat. We right on top of things, back where we left. So we got everything, man. We got PayPal, we got Patreon, we got Venmo, we got worldwide representation, boxing fans. Let's check out the man, Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. And shout out to Junior Jones for the $10 shmoney dance. He said he's still trying to get that work. Congrats on the 100,000. Man, appreciate you. Thank you for the real boxing fans. Respect, respect, respect. RESPECT, like Aretha Franklin. Kevin Jim, you about to get in the hot seat because you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna play it for you.
Yeah, that condition supposed to be right. I'm gonna be sweet. What's up, baby? It's your boy, the Bronze Bomber. Just want to let everybody
Kevin Jim
know
about to get
that
a coffin.
I will be fighting November the 4th at the Barclays Center. Still.
And still.
You know, announcements coming soon. We'll see what's going on. We're going to try to resolve this matter as soon and as fast as possible. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know for sure November 4th is still going down. And it's all up to the WBC, whatever they want to do with it. You know, I've already put in the request that I still want to fight him no matter what. Because, you know, these motherfuckers going to do these PEDs. They just going to do it. So, if you need some help with me, fine. Let's make this shit still happen. But again, it's not up to me. So we'll see what happens, baby.
You heard it first, man. Deontay Wilder, he just spoke his mind publicly. Like, listen, we gotta kick the actual factuals, man. We gotta talk some real boxing, new media stuff. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. You Kevin Jims or Johns, whatever your name is, you sound stupid. I should put you in the hot seat and flame you in front of all these people. Because if you are seriously trying to blame Deontay Wilder for somebody else having anything in their system that was irregular, then you're stupid. Especially when we know this has been a pattern. In 16 months, 3 people have had something that wasn't supposed to be in their system. Things that are on the ban list. And if it's so easy and frequent, then why aren't we seeing every heavyweight or every person in every division go through this? I don't remember when Canelo went through this. I don't remember when Deontay Wilder went through this. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. So if you're really gonna sit up here and try to blame Wilder for that, you sound crazy, man. You sound crazy. And like, man, new media is here. You got to get that hate about your heart. I don't even know why you would hate another grown man that you don't even know. But you sound crazy. Talking about Wilder. Listen, just listen. This what I'm asking you guys to do as real life boxing fans. Listen to what people are saying and just break it down. See, that's the problem with this internet age. Anyone has a voice, anybody can just say some shit, and then just we're supposed to believe it. You know what I mean? People don't even do their research anymore. They don't listen to what they're saying and interpret it. Listen, Wilder could have fought Bermane Stiverne. Fact. Bermane Stiverne did not initially want to step aside to make Wilder Ortiz or any other fight. He was like, you know what? I want my rematch. I'm ranked number 1. Let's go. Right? So, in all honesty, Wilder didn't have to fight Ortiz. That's period. He didn't have to fight him. He could have easily fought Bermane Stiverne, a guy he's beat, and then you guys would have said, oh, why is he fight rematching someone he beat who's been inactive? He took the greater challenge in most people's eyes in Luis Ortiz. So once you sign up, you're not in control over what another man puts in his body. So you signed up for that work. What if Luis Ortiz, let's say he's doing something or he's not doing something, what if he just passed all his tests? Then Wilder would still have to fight him. So the fact that he gets flagged by VADA, the testing organization, people coming up with these stupid ass conspiracy theories like Wilder called the WBC and told him to call the fight off. You sound stupid. Where would that even be coming from? How would you know if that's the case? And I mean, no disrespect to Wilder. I'm sure he got bread. You know what I'm saying? He got more money than me and most of the people in the stream. But I don't think his pockets are that deep where he can just infiltrate and corrupt VADA and you know what I mean, taint somebody's name and frame them. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even sound realistic. Because my dude Gerald Washington, who's from my neck of the woods, shout out to Vallejo 707, why didn't he test positive when he fought? He didn't have shit in his system, according to the test, when he fought Wilder. So if Wilder's pockets are so deep, he's just gonna corrupt. Why did he pick Luis Ortiz? Why didn't he do it to Gerald Washington too? You guys sound retarded. But what I challenge boxing fans, real boxing fans, not like the people who call Canelo and Triple Bitch and all these names for these fighters and stuff. But if you're just a real boxing fan who's level-headed, just explain how this makes sense. That you blame Wilder for another man, 3 people in 16 months failing drug tests, 3 different people. And like I said, once these fighters sign on the dotted line, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. So he's not in control of Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, whatever he's doing, whether it's good or bad, what if he passed all his tests? He would still have to fight him because he signed up for that. Just like you got to give credit, like let's say Tony Bellew, who's now fighting David Haye in a rematch. This is a guy who's been stopped at light heavyweight, who he signed on the dotted line. He didn't know David Haye's ankle was going to give out. There's no way he could have predicted that. So he still stepped up to fight a powerful, strong heavyweight, and whatever the fuck happened, happened. And it just so happened that his Achilles heel collapsed or whatever, and that's what it is. But you got to give props to people for because they're still signing up. Win, lose, or draw, a cruiserweight moved up to heavyweight to fight a strong-ass, powerful heavyweight. He couldn't predict his ankle. Same thing with Wilder. How's Wilder going to know if another man is cheating or not cheating for a fact, and if he's going to be able to game the system, beat the system, or if he's just all the way clean? He can't. He still signed up to fight against Ortiz, and that's what it is. The man is feared. I don't care what nobody's saying, because it's like this is not happening. Name even two people that was supposed to fight Chocolatito that was failing drug tests in a short period of time. This is a third person. So all that shit y'all shoveling don't make sense. You're a Wilder fanboy. You can say whatever you want, but you make your point make sense. And you're gonna have a much harder time making your point make sense. And see, and I just know, I know criminal justice and stuff. Those are areas like fitness, criminal justice. Those are areas of interest to me. And I just know if you have a bad rap or you have a previous test where you failed, even if it's like the boy who cried wolf. Even if you're being sincere, people are going to be skeptical because you've already failed a drug test. That Latif Coyote drug test, I don't even remember what was the reason for that. It had nothing to do with heart blood pressure medicine, and he still failed that test with something different. So at the end of the day, people are going to be skeptical. It's just like in the NBA, certain players, Ron Artest or Latrell Sprewell, they have cited instances where they've aggressively fouled or punched a fan or whatever. So they have that rap. So when Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, elbows James Harden, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get suspended for multiple games because he has a track record of going in the stands and punching fans and stuff. So whether it's right or wrong, that's how you get labeled. If you have a track record of, let's say I have a rape conviction on my jacket or whatever, or a DUI, and then a car crashes, I'm in it, and I already have a DUI, you guys are gonna be like, oh, no matter what the story is, you're probably gonna assume since I already have a DUI, it was probably because I was drunk. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. If you have that in your rap sheet. Wilder's saying he still wants to fight Luis Ortiz, and I give him props if that is the case, if he fights him. But like he's saying, this is the other thing. You guys have to understand business. This is bigger than Luis Ortiz. The WBC has a belt that they made available for the heavyweight division. Wilder beat Stavern and won that belt. So it's not just Wilder's pick. If he's like, man, I want to go, because they got their own set of rules. Like I said, I've seen times where Francisco Vargas, I think he had the WBC belt, he claimed he ate some tainted meat in Mexico, and they let his fight with Orlando Salido go on. Denny Garcia fought against Eric Morales in the rematch. Eric Morales had clenbuterol in his system. They let the fight go on. But ultimately, it's not really Deontay Wilder's problem, fault, or decision on what happens. You have promoters, you have VADA, promoters, WBC, you know what I mean? They all have to give their stance on it too, because this is Wilder wouldn't be a champion if he didn't have the WBC belt. So it's not just his decision. The WBC, they have a clean boxing program, so they have to determine what they want to do. Just like they did with Alexander Povetkin, and they couldn't tell when he ingested the meldonium. People even attempting, you sound pathetic, that you're even attempting to blame Wilder for something that he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, let's say me and you guys work at Best Buy, and I'm in the back on my lunch break, and then some people were stealing. I didn't know nothing about it. I had nothing to do with it. They get fired, and then you blame me for them stealing. That'd be the equivalent. Man, how the hell you get fired on your day off? You stealing boxes? What you trying to build a clubhouse? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you blame me when I had nothing to do with it for other motherfuckers who got fired for stealing money out the register or stealing product or merchandise? See how stupid that sounds? Some of you guys don't use any level of couth, any level of logic. And the worst part about it is, like I said, this is all internet stuff. Y'all always want people to do stuff you wouldn't be willing to do, right? Quick story. I was a manager. I was under the store manager at Lowe's. I used to work at Lowe's, right? And long story short, the women's bathroom got blown up by some chick. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but somebody destroyed the bathroom, like shit everywhere. Nobody, do you understand? Nobody, none of the girls, none of the guys, no one wanted to get gloves and clean it because she just destroyed the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to clean it because, you know, I'm like, ugh, I don't get paid for that. Like, diarrhea everywhere, splatter. No one's trying to do that. Better get hazmat. Nobody wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny how in boxing, a lot of y'all people, just like the people that want to clean the bathroom, it had to be clean, but no one wanted to do it. I mean, you guys push other people like Wilder should fight him anyway. You fight him anyway. You know what I'm saying? You fight somebody who's cheating. You know, it doesn't even sound right. Mayweather was talking about, hey, I think Pacquiao was on something. If he's not, prove it. You know what I mean? Take the test. Oh, Floyd's a bitch. He should fight him. He should fight him regardless, even if he is on something. That's not how it works. Why would you fight somebody who's gaming the system and has a clear advantage? That's like me playing. Listen, that's like me going to a casino and I'm playing poker with somebody, and they have a loaded deck of cards and they're cheating, and I'm playing fair, so I'm getting random cards that are rationed out to me, and then they have like, you know what I mean, playing poker or blackjack or whatever, and they got aces up their sleeves and instant blackjacks. You know what I'm saying? Why would I do that? Why would I play cards against them? You guys sound stupid. You know damn well if you was in with your profession or in a similar situation, you wouldn't be approving of somebody being able to cheat and have an unfair advantage over you when there's a prize. Point blank, period. Stop with the hypocrisy, you know what I'm saying? Asking people to do shit. You wouldn't even fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't fight Luis Ortiz clean or dirty. You wouldn't fight none of these heavyweights. But you're going to tell Wilder he need to get up in there. He got a girlfriend. He got a daughter that relies on him, that has a medical issue, spina bifida, and you just want him to get in there. So, I mean, he's saying I'm just telling you my standpoint. He's saying he's still down to fight Luis Ortiz. Like, fuck it. I'm still down. So that more power to you, Wilder. But I'm just saying you can't pin that on him. And if the WBC or the Bella or whoever rules that, you know what I mean, rules that the fight's canceled, that's really not no one else's fault but Team Ortiz, to me. Blood pressure, what the fuck is he playing at with that shit? Make sure we got 107 people on the stream, 75 likes. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you just enjoy the boxing talk. We working. Listen, you guys, listen. I cover boxing, and some of you guys are boxing fans, but you know you're not up on it. Gerald Big Baby Miller said he got kicked off for the Brooklyn card. I don't know what that's about, but either way, he's fighting in New York on the Danny Jacobs Luis Cuba audience card. So, and that's on HBO. So I doubt he can just break whatever deal that's in place with HBO to come fight Deontay Wilder on a totally different network. You guys got to make it make sense. That's not. That's not. That's not. That doesn't sound likely that he can break. Like if he was fighting on like the Erickson Lubin Charlo card on Showtime or whatever, maybe, because then it'd just be a shifting somebody who's already fighting on the network. He's fighting on HBO on a Danny Jacobs card. I don't know if he has a deal with HBO. I don't know none of that. But all I know is he's fighting on that card. So great idea, but most likely not gonna happen with Gerald Big Baby Miller. And that's my dude. Shout out to him. We working now. Who's his homeboy? Listen, man. All y'all fools made fun of Floyd Mayweather when he was putting a spotlight on this way back years ago. And you see how big of a problem it's become. I mean, just look at the heavyweight division alone. Who has failed for something? Dillian White failed for that Jack 3D or whatever when he had a 2-year ban. Lucas Brown failed, I think, 2 drug tests. You look at Cannon Briggs just recently admitted to taking something. Luis Ortiz has failed twice. This is just off the top of my head, people. Tyson Fury failed. I mean, he had cocaine in his system, but I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on. But if you're going to put cocaine in your body, then I don't know if you would put anything else in your body. That's like 5 people at heavyweight only. And they already big as fuck. They're already big dudes. You know what I mean? That's not fair. It's not fair. You know what I mean? If it's supposed to be an even playing field and you got some kind of, like, let's say 2 cars are racing and one person has NOS and the race is supposed to be just the basic car with no souped up anything. You know what I'm saying? And then someone blows off your door because they had nitrous. It's that, you know what I mean? You're cheating. You're using something that wasn't part of the arrangement. Povetkin, yeah, how could I forget? He's the ringleader. And then the other guy that Wilder was supposed to fight, the Polish dude, Andrei Wawowski, who just disappeared. Brian Jennings, I don't remember him failing for anything. What are you talking about? Or are you just saying he should fight Brian Jennings? But either way, Brian Jennings has his own fight. He's fighting on the Lomachenko-Rigondeaux card, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but Brian Jennings, like I said, you got to know boxing. Brian Jennings, if I'm not mistaken, he already has a comeback date. I think it's Lomachenko-Rigondeaux. So, yeah, that'll be a solid fight. That's my dude, BY. But I don't think it'll happen. Plus, he's with Top Rank now. And you got to look at it. The business. Deontay Wilder's looking like a destructive force with that right hand. I mean, every fight he fought, he had a knockout except for Bermane Stiverne. You know what I mean? Brian Jennings just came off a long-ass layoff. I was at his last fight. He lost to Luis Ortiz, who we don't know if he's been doing something, but he lost to him, took a long-ass layoff, got signed by Top Rank, had to come back against a highly ranked person. So they're trying to build him back up. You know what I mean? Build him back, get some activity under him, and then maybe challenge for a title. So I don't know if they'd be willing, Top Rank will be willing to step in right now. You know what I mean? Same thing with like Andy Ruiz. They got Andy Ruiz. He's good, but what's he done since Joseph Parker? Ortiz and Jennings were tested by VADA. Jennings demanded it. See, the thing is, like, I mean, I can't speak for, but I know Brian Jennings. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, no, I was just in Crawford and Dongo fight. He's there. We were chopping it up and stuff like that. He's a vegan. Like, he lives it. Like, you look at his diet and you follow his Instagram. So his shape looks very natural. You know what I'm saying? He's just a, you know what I'm saying, in shape, vegan dude, disciplined lifestyle. It seems natural. Period. You know what I mean? He's probably one of them kids who was in high school, probably kind of cut. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and he just put on size in his adult life. So I think Brian Jennings is like that type of shape. He's ripped, but it's not like ungodly. You know what I'm saying? And he's not like he's like 50 years old, 45 years old, and he's just like in better shape than he was when he was 30. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. So these guys, man, it's just disappointing with this whole. We need a clean sport. That's just too brutal, especially a heavyweight. We one like away from 100 likes, man. Tim Bradley, yeah, he's just ripped. AJ is hype. Man, see, this if the fight doesn't go on, that's what pisses me off because I feel like AJ in his last two fights and Wilder, if he were to beat Luis Ortiz, that would be the perfect setup for 2018 for Joshua and Wilder to meet. Perfect setup because that's like the top. I mean, Tyson Fury's the only other person, and he's out of commission. Klitschko's retired. Though that would be the top guys. Kubrat Pulev's highly ranked. You know what I mean? So that it's like a perfect setup. Joshua passes Klitschko, and then if he gets past Kubrat Pulev, and then Wilder if he took care of Luis Ortiz, then it would only be fitting that they fight each other. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some Daniel Dubois and Tony Yoka trains out here in the Virgil 100 gym, but they're still very premature. They could be great, but they're just very young in their careers at the moment. So I'm not putting them up there yet, even though they have the potential to be. Anthony Allen, Shmoney Dance, $2 super chat. We appreciate you. And in case you just joined the stream, we Venmo certified now. We got the Boxingego Venmo. You can use the directed by Ego at Gmail. You can use my username Boxingego. We working, man. We got 100K. We just working. But yeah, man. Wilder got him spooked, huh? I mean, that's what it's seeming like. I ain't never seen. Like, see, listen. This is new media. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you what to sell a product. The reason I feel Deontay Wilder is feared, and I know he's feared, is because you got guys who are looking like they're gaming the system and or cheating before facing him. That didn't happen with Triple G. Kell Brook moved up 2 weight divisions and passed all of his tests. He passed all of his tests. Now, again, there's ways to game the system, so I don't know if everybody who passes tests is 100% clean, but, I mean, that's a starting point by passing your test, and Kell Brook passed it. So the fact that you had a welterweight who's willing to move up to middleweight shows me something. You don't see that with Wilder. I never seen one cruiserweight except for Tony Bellew, and those talks were very short-lived, and you see him fighting David Haye now. But I don't see cruiserweights calling out Wilder, especially light heavyweights like, hey, I'm about to do a Roy Jones, and I'm gonna move all the way to heavyweight. You don't see that. And even the heavyweights look like some of them are trying to game the system for sure. So Beck in and that Polish dude. You know what I mean? And truth be told, a lot of y'all that don't understand boxing, you don't put it in perspective. Like people talk about Windmill Wilder, and he's wild and he throws wild helicopter punches, but that's what makes him almost more of a problem because you have to be able to deal with someone that frame 6'7" doing that type of shit, not necessarily doing things the right way, maybe playing around in spots, having good speed at the division, having long ass arms. You know what I'm saying? That's what's making it successful. If Wilder was a straight up and down like hook, you know what I mean? Then he'd probably be easier to deal with because you would just outbox him. But him being athletic as hell and having that frame and doing all that is actually probably what's making it, you know what I'm saying, making it work. Just like Maidana. Maidana is not the best pure boxer ever, but he gave fighters like Amir Khan, Floyd even, he gave them hellish times based on doing what he does awkwardly and unorthodox and having power behind it in a good size frame. So you guys, a lot of y'all, you think you're dissing Wilder, but you're actually proving the point. That's what's making him more dangerous because he is kind of reckless and, you know what I mean, he's not going to play by the rules. Just guys like Roy Jones Jr., Pacquiao. I'm not comparing Wilder to them exactly, like style-wise, but I'm just saying guys that don't do things in accordance to how you want them to do it can be the big, especially when they have that type of power that he has in his right hand. That's what's making it a problem. Point blank, period. That's why you see people gaming the system and looking for some kind of advantage. Like, man, let me get on this EPO because it might be a long night. So shout out to Bomb Squad, man. See, you with the fake Nate Diaz picture, that's why people don't take you seriously. All that stuff is dead. I'm trying to tell you, this is a new media era. It's a whole new reign around this part. You said 3 years and AJ is coming for Beyonce. First of all, the fact that you have to call a man out of his name, like Beyonce, and you're not a fighter, you're not the fighter. Like, it was funny when Kenneth Briggs did it because he's a fighter and he was trying to fight Deontay Wilder. But you're not. You're a fan with the Nate Diaz picture profile. And you don't know Nate Diaz and he don't know you. So that's one thing. Beyond that, why would we have to wait 3 years for Joshua? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of threat is that? Man, give me 3 years, I'm gonna kick your ass. The fuck? 3 years? Really? When Joshua's a champion now? Why would we wait 3 years? Hulk, you just answered your question. Ego, why even entertain the call? But that's why I'm entertaining, because it's entertainment. It's my channel. Yeah, man, Charlie Zelenoff's the only one that's trying to fight Wilder clean. Nothing in his system. So at least I give him props for that, because he was mad smaller than Wilder. I gotta take this call, so I might jump back on the live stream after, but I gotta abruptly end this stream. Business, gotta get to the money. I might do another stream though. Holla.